Episode 57, season 2 of the Third and 10 podcast is live. What's going on? I'm Nate, joined as always by my co host Brian Germinaro. We hope you guys are doing fantastic because we sure are not. From an NFL standpoint, of course, life is pretty good, I guess, outside of sports, right, Brian? Or am I
Yeah,
mistaken?
yeah, it's fine.
Okay, perfect, perfect,
It's just
perfect.
cold. It's just cold.
I know,
I had to
I
chase a
know.
garbage can up the road. It's been a rough morning.
What you said? You had to chase your what down the
A
road?
garbage can up the road because it's so windy here in Connecticut that our garbage can
Oh,
just took off and I had to chase it up the road. That was fun. So
hey.
if I look out of breath, that's why.
At least you were able to catch him, unlike
Yeah, no,
Buchanan's
I
defense.
caught it. I caught it. I caught it with 15-degree winds blowing in my face, but I got it.
Well, you caught it compared to the Commanders' defense that
Yeah,
couldn't
pretty
stop
much.
Saquon Barkley on
hmm
Sunday. But we'll talk about that all in just a bit. Um, yeah, we are down to two teams left in the NFL, and both of these teams have met each other before in the big game. And for us Giants fans, it'll be hard to figure. Well, for some of us, it'll be hard to figure out who to root for. For others,
I've already figured it
um,
out.
yeah, like Brian, he knows who he'll be rooting for next 2 Sundays from now, I
Two
should
Sundays.
say.
Yep. 2 weeks
So,
from today. 2 weeks
um,
from yeah. 2 weeks
yeah,
from whatever.
yes, I think because this week is
Pro
the
Bowl.
Pro Bowl. Not sure if you're gonna be watching
No.
it.
God no.
No, okay. I
The only
uh,
All Star game I still watch is the MLB All Star game. That's it. Because
wow.
there's nothing else going on.
Yeah, did you hear about the NBA All Star game? How
No, what's going on with that now?
It's an SF, which is pretty freaking
That's
cool.
fun.
I was
Yeah.
checking the tickets; it's like over $2,000. So I'm like, maybe it's for more celebrities compared to
Yeah.
us normal
hmm
people. So I was like, no. But
Which, by the
the
way, NBA, you kind of have a viewership problem. I think an easy way to fix it would be making the tickets cheaper.
little bit, maybe lower to like I don't know, 500,
Yeah.
1,000. I
I'm
mean,
not
if
saying I'd make it cheap because they should be more expensive. It's an All Star game, but
correct,
don't be stupid with it.
yeah, don't go over like heavy expensive prices just because
Yeah.
it's the All Star again. Let's be honest.
hmm
But the
The All Star
announcement
game
was
was
made.
invented for fans of the sport to go watch the
Exactly.
best players play the best players. That's why the
Yeah,
MLB had it.
yeah, because some people can't afford to see, teams play, because games are pretty expensive. But this is an all-star event where like no one really takes it seriously. Like it's always just fun events.
Yeah, I mean, like the only good thing about the All Star is the skills competition. The NBA All Star game itself is unwatchable.
Yeah, it's boring to say the
Yeah, the
least.
skills competition's fun. Like it's definitely nowhere near what it once was, but like it's still like all right. I could have a good time with this on in like the background while like I do something else. Like if I'm playing games or something, it's on my phone. Like that's fun.
Yeah.
I used to do
Uh,
homework to it in college. Like it was just something stupid to put on in the background.
yeah. Also, if you hear a dog bark in the background, my apologies. Anyways,
Mhm.
yeah. So for the NBA, the dunk contest contestants were revealed. It's Stephon Castle from the Spurs, rookie. Matas Buzelis, rookie. I forgot the third name, but the other one is Mac McClung, who's won the past two dunk contests. You're probably wondering why that even matters. For those of you who are NBA casuals, I don't blame you for not knowing those names. Hell, even I don't really know them as
I don't know
much.
the first two. I know the Sixers guy because
McClung,
He's a G League player.
yeah,
Or at least was.
basically, yeah. So basically, all the dunk contest contestants are either rookies or, as McClung is, a G League player. Um, and I think it's something the NBA should invest a look
Yeah,
into.
that's what's killing it. Like
Yeah.
Vince Carter is what made the All Star. Is what made the dunk contest. It's his
hmm
dunks. It's the stars doing the dunk contest, not like if it's a high name rookie like Wembanyama last year did it. That's a
Yeah.
different story. He's hyped
Yeah.
up. But to just have like these no name rookies and these G leaguers, like who's gonna watch that?
Yeah. No one is interested in seeing a rookie.
No.
No
Like you
matter.
can put the G
Yeah.
League player in, but like you need the star power to drive people in, because then the G League player becomes the underdog. It's like, oh, now I want to watch him kind of beat everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, he's going for a 3-piece. So it's just like people have
The G League players shouldn't be the favorite.
exactly. That is correct. So I mean, that's one contest that has already been revealed in terms of contestants, 3-point contest, skill challenge. I mean, LeBron and his son declined a
See,
chance
no,
to
that's the
participate
problem. Like
in
they
that.
want to
Yeah,
watch Like Bronny is a G League player that you can kind of bring up because there's so much surrounding him. And like forgot what skill it was, but when they had the Antetokounmpo brothers play, like
correct.
if you do LeBron, Bronny, and like I'm trying to think of
Bryce,
what
maybe his son,
I don't
his
know. Bryce is still too young. He's not a league guy yet. Like if
yeah,
Carmelo was still hanging around somewhere, or like one of
mhm,
the other like banana boat guys, like you throw them on Team LeBron, like then
yeah,
you got something compelling I want to watch. But
yeah,
like, come on, it's not going to be that.
yeah. I mean, if LeBron and Bronny accepted the challenge, it'd be a chance for the NBA to have something to like, hey, LeBron and Bronny are competing in
Yeah,
this,
and then it's
skills
highlights.
challenge.
It's highlights to watch forever because like, look, let's watch LeBron and Bronny play with each other in an All-Star game event.
Yeah,
It
fathers.
becomes marketable. It becomes highlights. It becomes something you will watch forever.
hmm and also, I think Bronny declined to also participate in the on Team G League or whatever because there's always like a G League team that performs in the All Star Challenge or All Star
That I
Game.
have no
Mm,
issue with. That because I think that's just stupid.
Yeah.
And like Bronny doesn't need like the G League team is cool for guys that need the G League exposure. Bronny doesn't
mhm,
need that.
Yeah. He's, his name already carries enough weight and
His name is
popularity.
LeBron James Jr. He's got
Yeah.
enough going for him.
I will say he's doing an incredible job in the G League. He's putting up, outstanding numbers. And for a guy that was number 57 pick,
Mm-hmm.
doing pretty good for himself. So shout out to
Yeah.
Bronny for putting up numbers. But wish wish they accepted the invitation to the skills challenge in terms of LeBron and Bronny, but I digress. Otherwise, yeah, NBA, you got some things to fix.
NBA's got a lot of problems, and it starts with their commissioner, who is spineless.
He's, I would say, Adam Silver is better than a Goodell or
Right, but that's not saying much.
yeah,
Like
that's true.
look at the commissioner before Adam Silver. The NBA needs that back, not this guy who just like basically will just bend to the will of the players whenever. Like I'm all for players empowerment. I'm all for guys getting their back. I'm all for all that.
Yeah.
But at some point there has to be like a middle ground. Like we can't go extreme one way or the other because then the problems start. Now we're
And
seeing the
you're
extreme of the other side. It's like, no, can
and
we just
you're
like give the owner some control back?
and you're obviously referring to, things like why am I why can't that
Super teams, player movement, load management,
load
stuff
management,
like
there we
that.
go. Yeah. But yeah, NBA viewership wise going a little downhill. So we'll see what maybe
They
if
lost
Silver
Christmas. They lost Christmas. They lost their holiday.
ah, it's more like
It's the NBA's now. Oh, it's the NFL's now.
I don't know about that one. Yeah,
No, it
it
is 100%.
based off this
More
based
people
off
watch
this year.
football. Well, it was on Netflix, but more people will watch football than they'll watch NBA.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I guess everyone had. I mean, not to make this as an excuse, but I mean, everyone has Netflix. Well, most people have Netflix, and it's just like, in terms of based off what I saw from the games, I don't think it was that entertaining. I mean, let's be honest, the games on Christmas were not entertaining whatsoever.
No, I don't disagree with you.
And
I'm
I
just
think
saying
that's
that
why.
like it used to be in the past, it was just basketball on Christmas. Now the
Mhm.
NFL has come in and they can take it over.
I think the key word is can. Let's see if they do it again next year in terms of
Mm-hmm.
maybe having a better Christmas game. Who knows? Um, but I mean, from what LeBron, told all of us on Christmas, the NFL may have, had games that day, but Christmas will always be the NBA's holiday. But we'll see. We'll see if the NFL can take it over completely. But I think, in my opinion, Christmas is always
Mm-hmm.
primarily for the NBA. NFL should just stick to maybe Christmas Eve or day after Christmas, whatever the case may be.
No, that's like Thanksgiving's their holiday. I feel like every
There
sport
you
has
go.
one holiday. Like baseball's different
It's
because like
baseball.
You would either do probably 4th of July, I would say,
All
would be
right.
their holiday.
Yeah.
4th of
Makes sense.
July, NFL is Thanksgiving, NBA's Christmas, college football is New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Change it a little bit, but like, traditionally, that's what it's been. And stuff like that. Canada hockey is something Canada. Like it's
Yeah, I never
probably
knew what hockey was.
I would say Canadian Thanksgiving. It's not a great one.
That's not in November?
No, it's in October. It's October. It's like right around Columbus Day.
What the flip? No,
Yep.
good to know. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure the NBA has games on Chinese New Year, but I remember they used to have like Asian uniforms.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yep.
I don't know if they're gonna do it again this year. We'll see.
I
I'll look
think
into
I
that.
think it depends on the team, like where the team is located.
If
Like I
if
think like the
anyone's doing this, the
Knicks will
Warriors are
do
doing it.
something because there's like a big like
Oh.
Asian population, but like I don't think the the Jazz are gonna do anything.
Nah, I think
if you know what I mean.
I sure do actually. And
Yeah.
I think about it.
Oh, we got breaking
well,
news.
we,
MLB show cover revealed.
oh
Paul
gosh.
Skeens, Gunnar Henderson, and Ellie De La Cruz were all on the cover of this year's game. Hate it. One player.
If I had to choose one, I'm going Skeens.
Yeah, Skeens would be fine.
Maybe for the deluxe edition, put one guy or
I feel like for the deluxe edition, you have to do a legend. Like when there's a deluxe, the regular version, and then you can get the deluxe edition that has like Ken Griffey Jr. on it, or like Ichiro. Ichiro would be a perfect one to put on this year. You do Paul Skeens and Ichiro.
Or just put Ichiro as the main, just the main.
Yeah, they did it with Ken Griffey Jr. a few years ago. That was cool.
I will. I think the past few years cover watch for MLB hasn't been that great. I mean,
No.
23 was
the Chaz Chisholm one makes no sense.
That was random.
Yeah, like
I mean, I respect it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. this year, which like is fine.
Yeah, which is fine. No issue
But like,
with that.
I think there's better options. But like, you can't be like, all right, like it's not a scrub like Jazz Chisholm was. Like it's not all right. It's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's still a very good player.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't. Let me see if I can find a pic. No, actually, I'll find it later on. I don't want to get copyright, or not copyright, but I'll look it up later, basically. But yeah, 3 players.
The only time I liked multiple players is when Madden had Brady and Mahomes. I thought that was cool because it was like passing the legend on. But that was like, that aged like fine wine.
That made sense.
Yeah, and it looks better now that Mahomes has really taken that, torch from Brady. Like if it was Burrow winning all these championships, it wouldn't look great. It'd be like, man, remember when everyone put all the eggs in the Mahomes basket? That turned out bad.
Yes.
But
I think my favorite Madden from the past few years was 22. I don't know why. 22 was good. 23 was good. 24 was when it started to go downhill, and then 25 has been an absolute disaster.
Yeah, I've stopped buying Madden. I used to buy Madden every year. I have not bought Madden since that Brady cover.
The Brady
Mahomes is the last Madden I have. It's 22.
That was a good one. That was a good one. No, 21 was Lamar, right? And then 22
21 was Lamar, yeah, then 22.
And then 23 was hold on.
I don't even know.
24 was oh my goodness. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
25 was McCaffrey. Oh, 23. I like how I'm wasting time from our main topics of the show.
I was gonna say we just gone off on a tangent.
Hold on. 23 was hold on. Was it Mahomes again? No, Mahomes was not. No. Mahomes was 20.
No. You'll never get it. It's John Madden.
Oh yeah, because
he died.
Oh, way to put it nicely.
Yeah. Sorry, he passed on.
Yeah. Shout out to the man, Mr. Madden.
Shout out to the man himself. Absolute legend, John Madden.
Absolute legend, man. Created a video game that we all used to love. Now it's all just NCAA.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I tried rebuilding Notre Dame the other day.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have fun with it. Great
Oh
House
yeah.
is really good. Really freaking good. That receiver is really good. And also I have Jadarian Price as my backup in Ultimate Team. He's a 94 overall.
Yeah.
Dude's quick. Because
Oh no, he's got some speed in him. He's just overshadowed by how good Love was this year.
yeah, and he's a great power back too. He can chuck some people for sure.
Oh
But
yeah.
all right, let's get to the freaking topic, I guess.
Yeah, I
But
guess we
today
gotta
we'll be
talk about the Eagles
yeah
now.
we'll be talking Chiefs Eagles today as they advance to the Super Bowl. We'll talk about the return of Pete Carroll to the NFL, and Shadeur Sanders loves the Giants, and the Giants sure love him, as evident by a handshake we'll discuss later on. Okay, look, as a Giants fan, as we are both Giants fans, as you guys know,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, hopefully things change this off season. Um, yeah, this Super Bowl is gonna be tough to watch. I think. Well, for me personally, and I know Brian will give his take in just a bit, but when you have two teams rematching again, there's nothing wrong with that most of the time. It's just the fact that one team is a team that is going for a three-peat and has won in the most craziest ways slash closest ways possible. The other team is a division rival who, before Sunday's game, was, in our opinion, known to be a mid quarterback, and has a running back that used to play for us, who is now having much more
I
success.
saw the
And
greatest tweet of all time about Saquon Barkley. It
what is
goes,
it?
"Why does Saquon Barkley play like a fat slob for us?"
I
But
think
bro, it's true though. Saquon Barkley looks like a different player out there than he did for us.
I saw another tweet. I'm not sure. It's similar to what you saw, but it was like, Saquon used to be hawked down by 4.7 40-yard time players, but now he can break off a 60-yard run
Yeah,
for
like it's
Philly. Like, what
nothing.
is that? And I'm just like, man, he's got a good point.
A better built team. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, um, but yeah, so you have the Eagles, Hurts and Barkley and everything like that. So for us, I was like, who should we root for? And we'll give our thoughts towards the end of the segment here. But let's start with the Eagles Commanders. 55-29 was the final score, if I'm not mistaken. No, 55-23. Sorry, I gave the Commanders too many points there. Uh, let's be honest, it was consistent scoring by the Eagles. 27-15 by
Yeah.
halftime. They scored 20 in the second half. They kept the pedal to the metal. A very, very balanced offense, to say the least. They had 230 yards passing, 229 on the ground. So they were dominant on whether it's through the air or on the ground. Saquon Barkley, another outstanding postseason performance, and kind of makes me sad sometimes that because I do miss him on the Giants at times when he plays like this.
I mean, the game was over as soon as Saquon Barkley touched that ball.
Oh yeah,
Like
that
we
for
saw
yeah.
the first drive and it was like, all right, like Beta Commanders got some fight in them. And then Saquon Barkley answers the next play. It's like, oh, okay, the Eagles are just gonna crush them today.
Yeah, dude, that was a 60-yard run on that
As
first.
soon as I'm like, I could turn the game off right now and know exactly how this game's gonna end.
We all knew where it was going from that one run was just it set the tone for the entire game for Philadelphia. 15 carries, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts had 246 yards on the ground, was very, very efficient. Was 20 of 20, 28, I should say, and had 3 touchdowns on the ground. So, and AJ Brown, maybe the book worked. Let's be honest,
Damn book.
the Commanders' secondary was much better than the Rams' secondary. And he showed out, had 6 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. So for the Eagles, great win there. Defensively, they got the job done, held Commanders to 7 for 17 on third down and forced 4 turnovers. And Jaden Daniels had a pretty decent game, 255, and had 2 total touchdowns on the game. McLaurin was limited, though. I will say about the Eagles' defense, did have that one touchdown.
Yeah,
as
no,
well.
it's a McLaurin better. It was very, very painful to watch him.
Yeah, I think Zach Ertz led the
Zach
team.
Ertz was good though. I bet Zach Ertz. Shout out to my friend. We said it. Saturday night, we were chilling in my house, and he goes, Zach Ertz is going to go off tomorrow. I'm like, all right. All right.
I know. What are you doing? See parlay here. And then...
Oh, we were making parlays at that point. We all were. it was the 4 of us and my buddy's girlfriend. And she's just zoned out. She's like, what are you idiots talking about?
It's like, don't worry about it. This will pay the bills.
This will pay the bills. I mean, he won $600 this weekend, so he did pretty well for himself.
Half
I
rent.
won nothing.
Man, you on a cold streak?
No, I mean sports wise, yeah, but I won $30 in a casino game yesterday on 20 cents, so it's
Boy.
pretty good.
Hey, a win is a win, my friend. A win
Wins
is
a
a
win.
win.
Gotta get hot for the Super Bowl.
There you go. So,
A lot of college basketball is about to be bet, so
March Madness.
yeah.
Go James Madison. I'm kidding. I'm just saying Cowboys officially made Eberflus their new DC.
Oh God! Oh my God!
I cannot wait to talk about
I
head coach
can't
this
wait!
year.
Oh my
I
God!
can't
The
wait.
Cowboys are gonna be so bad next year. I can't wait.
Dude,
It's
they're
gonna
gonna
be
be
amazing.
terrible. Talk about rebuilding. But
Rebuilding?
overall,
No, Jerry Jones thinks his team is competitive. Swear to God, Jerry Jones thinks his team's competitive.
when you wish
I guarantee you, there's
upon a
gonna be
star.
he does a weekly spot on the Dallas radio network every single day. It's gonna be this team can win a Super Bowl next year.
I hate when he
Okay,
does that.
Jerry, time to go to retirement home.
There. Come on, Grandpa. Let's
Come on,
go.
Grandpa, let's go. It's literally the meme where it's like the grandma and the woman helping her, and the grandma says something ridiculous, and the woman goes, "No, let's go. None of that."
But overall, overall, this game wasn't even close. Commanders tried to fight back, but the Eagles just pulled. It was, when Will Shipley scored that touchdown, which was heartwarming to say it was his first career touchdown. It was wraps. But overall, your thoughts on the game, my friend, and all that.
Yeah, no, it's just tough. It's tough because you went in that game. I said it on Thursday that this game was going to be a blowout, that the Commanders were not going to be able to hold up against the Eagles, and it's exactly what happened. Like, I think we all got a little bit of false hope on the first drive when you saw the Commanders kind of march down the field, played aggressive. But, there's another team that had a really good start to their game, drove down the field, were aggressive in a championship game, and then came up short. So I think that's where my mind went, at least. Immediately, I'm like, this is very reminiscent of the Notre Dame opening drive for the national championship game. And then as soon as Saquon Barkley touched the ball right off, I'm like, yep, that's exactly what that was. So yeah, no, after that point, I was like watching. The Commanders like made it close, but like you never felt they were good enough to beat them. So I'm not surprised at this. And now we have to deal with Nick Sirianni and all those Eagles fans going to the Super Bowl. Which, by the way, I want to say this to the city of Philadelphia. I'm not yelling at the scumbag Philly fans. I'm yelling at the other side of Philly fans, because there's the Philly fans that are like, will torture opposing teams, destroy the city. Although that video of the little kid trying to climb the pole and the cop pretending to arrest him, that was funny. I will give that was funny. Anyway, there's always Philly fans when they see the destruction, or like a fan beating up another fan. It's like, that doesn't represent us. That's not Philly. That's a small portion. Every single year, we get videos out of Philadelphia of Philly fans exacting just like that. So, guys, I think these are representing of your fan base, and you need to take a look at yourself in the mirror and be like, man, we're actually the minority. It's actually the bad fans that outnumber us. So don't defend it. Just say, hey, that's wrong, and I wish it wasn't in our fan base, but we have to deal with it. That's the way they should take that. Not that it doesn't represent us. BS, it represents you. Every year we get the same videos.
Yeah, I mean, there's always
videos, but 75% of them come from Philadelphia. I'm not saying there's not perfect. I'm not saying every Giants fan's perfect. There are scumbag Giants fans out there. But you know what we don't get every year? A video of Giants fans harassing and berating and just being jerks to opposing fans. We get it every once in a while, don't get me wrong. But Philly, it's every single year.
Yeah, there's always someone, and there was one video I saw this morning before we hopped on the show. It was a Commanders fan or two. They were walking out of the stadium.
Yes, that's what I'm referring to. That's the one I was like, it doesn't represent us. I'm like, I've seen this 1,000 times from Philly fans. It represents you.
Yeah, because they were just simply trying to go back to their car. Like they were, it's one thing to root for a team and be passionate. It's another to just harass people. It's another thing to kind of act that way. Like,
Yeah.
because they already lost. Like, the main goal was for to see your team win. You already accomplished that. You want to brag about it, great. But
Yeah.
don't be taking people's beanies or hats or all the things. Like, there's no need to do that shit. So
Mm-mm.
excuse my language there. Um, yeah. So yeah, they just need to be better,
Yeah,
and
it is. It's that simple.
it's part of the reason why
It's something the Eagles and the Philadelphia has to like stop hiding behind. Like, no, this is something that's happening with us.
yeah,
Because I think there's a group of them that try to like, no, it's just a small fragment. No,
it's a
that's
lot of
majority
people.
of your fan base.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that
It's
do
a
that.
problem. You shouldn't be burning the city down when you win.
Well, then again, they haven't won much in terms of Super Bowls, so kind of
You're still not burning the city down.
yeah. But
When the Lions win a Super Bowl, there's going to be a parade, but they won't burn the city down. The Chicago Cubs, there were $1,000 worth of damages, and that makes sense. They hadn't won in 100 years. Philly wins, a playoff game, and there's $3,000 worth of damages.
yeah, but they just don't know how to act, and I say that
No.
with all due respect. I say that with all due respect, because like you mentioned, there are some people who are nice about it. I work with one, obviously, with
Yeah, no, there are
in
great Philly fans out there, but
yeah,
they have to admit that they are the minority of their fan group, and it's the
correct,
majority is the people that act like they did to that Commanders fan.
correct, yeah, and then if I ask,
That's where my problem comes with Philly fans as a whole right now. It's like, okay, there's the scumbags, and then there's the good fans that think that they are better than everyone else, and that's just a small part. Like, no, that's the problem, and you are just ignoring it.
yeah, like they're all in the same boat, but
Mm-hmm.
though if I asked the Jared Klim or Chris Lipoff, two guys I work with in the corner booth, they're respectful Eagles fans, but unfortunately they are part of a fan base that you mentioned includes people who just don't know how to act. So,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is there. And it's partly why I want the Eagles to lose. So the fans can kind of just like, be humbled from, but I digress. In terms of the game though, yeah, Eagles, like I said, balanced offense. Defensively, they kept the Commanders' offense to a minimum. Yeah, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, they got the job done. And for the Commanders, it was a hell of a season, though. Let's be honest. I
Oh
mean,
my, yeah, it's
no one expected them to go 12-5. No
mm-mm.
one, not even
the
me.
most the most optimistic Commanders fan does not have them going 12-5
No sir,
and a win away from a Super Bowl appearance.
no sir, no, definitely not yet. So 12-5 year for them. They have a bright future ahead. This loss to the Eagles is, it hurts, but there's nothing the Commanders can kind of keep, or how do I say this? They should be disappointed with from this season. I mean, they have a franchise quarterback. They could definitely use upgrades in the running game and maybe get another receiver to pair with McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, they can, add some pieces there. Like it, and Dan Quinn has been an excellent head coach.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Cliff Kingsbury has been a great OC. I think he should stay that way. Don't think he should pursue any head coaching opportunities. I mean, there's only one head coaching
There's one
opportunity.
spot left, and that's just a mess.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to go to New Orleans.
No,
Like Kafka, maybe.
we'll get to that in a little bit, but yeah,
Damn right.
no one
Damn
wants to
right.
go there.
No, sir. So, other than that, yeah, the Eagles will be your NFC representatives for the Super Bowl, and we'll talk about their opponent coming from the AFC right now. I think I came into today. I was prepping the show yesterday afternoon, and the first thought was like, I can't wait to talk about the refs and everything like that. Then I really thought about it, and I think a lot of us can agree that the first thing we did when we watched that game yesterday on Sunday, and after the Chiefs won, was think to ourselves, all right, the Chiefs and the refs won again. And that, I admit that was my reaction.
The Josh Allen spot is what really stood out.
Yeah. And then I think about it. I'm just like, if you watch the game and you look at everything and you look at the film and you look at the stats and you realize that, sure, the refs may have played some part in it, but to completely give the blame to them is not only shows you're casual, but also shows that you aren't educated on the game of football.
Nope.
For example,
no, it's Patrick Mahomes. He plays perfectly in the
he
fourth
really does.
quarter.
He always
really
does. Always does. He always performs.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with a few, calls that happened during the game. Kelsey taunting on Damar Hamlin. That was one call. Everyone was like, "Oh, should be a penalty." Let's be honest. Taunting in the playoffs, not really called. In the regular season, we saw that pretty often this year.
Yeah, because it's like what it's like a no. It's like know the moment kind of thing.
Yes.
Like guys, we're really taunting over the Jaguars here. Jaguars are dead.
Exactly. but playoffs, different story.
Oh yeah.
So for those of you saying there should be a flag there wasn't. There's a reason why. Xavier Worthy.
It's no like taunting. I hate the taunting call, but in terms of just like know the moment, that's when you can taunt. You can taunt when it's the AFC Championship game, Chiefs Bills. You can't taunt when it's Eagles Jaguars in Week 13. Like, guys,
there's a time.
The spread is 10.5 for you to win. Like, don't be taunting the Jaguars.
There's a time and place. There's a time and place.
Exactly.
The Xavier Worthy catch, it didn't look like he had control of the ball. To be honest, thought he didn't maintain control, but if he dropped it, there was a flag already on the play. I think it was Pete. I was holding on Hamlin against Kelsey. So another penalty on Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin getting a lot of penalties in this game.
Yeah, man, I tell you.
Damar Hamlin, known for, the traumatic moment and then getting brutally penalized in the AFC Championship game a few later.
Yeah. So that's
what a career he's paid for himself.
So those two are just a couple plays that the refs have called didn't call, or whatever the case may be, or whatever was going to happen, whatever you wish would happen on those two plays, it wasn't going to change the outcome of this game. Kansas City is Kansas City. As much as we hate to say it, like I could go on. We could go on and on.
Greatness.
We gotta go.
I really wish I had the stats in front of me, but I heard like Mahomes' stats in the fourth quarter when he's down. He is perfect. Like he's like thrown for over 1,000 yards, has like 6 touchdown passes, maybe 1 turnover. Like he just gets it done when it matters the most, and that's why they win all these games. Like, sure, do they get help from the refs? Yes, but it's not that big of an impact. It's just that this is a really good team, a really talented roster with arguably the best coaching staff in the league.
Yeah, Andy Reid has been incredible.
Andy Reid's running offense. Spagnuolo is running that defense crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spagnuolo.
Yeah. And Spagnuolo, let's make it clear, should not be a head coach.
No.
Should just stay as he is. Don't be a head coach. Don't.
No. If the Giants want to bring Spagnuolo in as a DC, I'm all for it. But don't bring him in to replace Dable.
No, sir. No, sir. Not at all.
I've seen it. It's not great.
Yeah, we've seen his head coaching history. It's not the greatest.
Fair, he was on the Rams, but like the St. Louis Rams.
Yes.
And he coached, 4 games after the crazy McAdoo stuff.
But
I was actually at one of those games that Spagnuolo was a head coach for us. I was at that Eagles game. It was like back and forth all day. And we ended up losing in like the last second. It's like Barkley's. No, it wasn't Barkley's rookie season. That was the Cowboys game. The year before Barkley.
I need to look that up.
It was the last great game of Eli Manning's career. It was like week 17-ish.
For some reason,
it was like 32-28 Eagles.
I was thinking Eli. Oh, right. It was the the away game, right?
No, it was a home game.
It's a home game?
Yeah, home game late December in 2017. Spagnuolo was our head coach.
Why am I tripping?
Stadium was empty.
Yeah, I gotta look it up.
Mhm.
It was a lost season for us, probably.
Oh my, yeah, it was a lost season. Like we all were like, we had just hired Dave Gettleman like that week, and we're all like, you know what? Maybe Gettleman will rebuild us. Like that's what we still had hope about Dave Gettleman. It's like, not a bad hire. It was a bad hire.
But yeah, overall for this game, yeah, even the AFC's best chance to defeat Mahomes and Josh Allen, he couldn't get it done.
Your heart just
Well,
breaks for Allen.
yeah,
Like just seeing
it
him on the
really
sidelines
does.
after the game, it's just like
Yeah,
this is a man that put everything he had into this game and
yeah.
just still couldn't do it. And it bugs him to his core that he cannot get over the hump.
And he played well, man. That's the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
22 34, 237, 2 touchdowns. James Cook had a great game, 2 touchdowns of his own. He's broken out. He's clear. He's a clear RB. Not that there was any doubt before that,
But it
but
was a
he's
slow development. Like he didn't come burst onto the league. It took him a couple of years to gain his footing.
yeah, it just hurts, man.
No, I feel bad. I feel
they
bad for Buffalo because if anyone deserves a trip to the Super Bowl, it's the Bills. Like those fan base has been through so much. That quarterback has been through so much. Being labeled a bust coming right out of the draft to developing to a great quarterback. Well, like I know he had an MVP season, but you can't tell me that he would throw that away right now at a chance at the Lombardi.
the 0-4 now, I think, in the
Yeah, in the playoffs against Mahomes, and I think in all those games they had leads late in the game.
and it was 29-29 when they had that touchdown pass from Allen to Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that moment I was just like, this is it.
This is it. He finally did it.
This is a chance. And then when they got the ball back with 3 minutes to go, I was like, okay,
step up.
yeah, that's all. And I think it was like 32. No, it was 32-29 with 3 minutes to go after that Butker field goal, and that's 3 minutes left. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is plenty of time. At least the ball isn't in Mahomes' hands.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Allen can do. Then that last drive for the Bills was just questionable play call.
He looked off.
The screen on 3rd and was it 9, I think.
Yeah, like you'll hear Romo like this is them in 4-down territory. Yeah, but like make a play to try to get the first down so you're not playing for 4th down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then first off, by the way, for the Chiefs, good blitz play by Spags on that 4th down. But Kincaid, man, that's what I mean. Like we can talk about the rest, but these Bills, they could have made plays.
They have opportunities, and that's what all these people don't understand about like we can blame the refs for bad calls.
Yes.
But on the other side of the field, Kincaid has to catch that ball. It's in his hands.
It's right there. It's right there. There's no, you can't blame anyone for drop passes but yourself. And for Kincaid, unfortunately, that he's a young guy. He's still young. You could argue Dawson Knox played a better game than him on Sunday, but for a guy that was suited to be a tight end 1 for this Bills team, this could have the same thing with the Ravens. It's similar to the Ravens where Mark Andrews could have caught that ball and things would have been a lot different for Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case here. So, yeah, honestly, I was looking at Josh Allen.
My heart just breaks. Like, damn, like
he wants to win battle. And I will say, not to be a hater of Mahomes, but Josh Allen handles losses better than Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
Last time I think Josh Allen beat Mahomes, he was childish. Mahomes was complaining about the call, like
even the Cincinnati one when the last time they lost in the playoffs, like I think he was pretty childish after that game too.
Yeah, he doesn't handle losing well.
No,
and maybe I understand it.
I guess that kind of helps him win. Is like he hates losing so much that he has to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but overall,
not excusing his actions. I'm just saying like that mentality might help him more than we think.
So. Just wish the Bills were wish the Bills were in the AFC or won the AFC and win the Super Bowl, but beggars can't be choosers. But overall, good season for Buffalo, I will say.
Yeah.
13-4, but
A lot
More
better than anyone thought
importantly,
they'd be. I thought they were going to flame out this year.
mm-hmm.
Shout out to Allen. Now the Bills just go give Allen a weapon or two.
Yeah,
Like
get him
Shakir's
some.
fine. Cooper was
Yeah,
fine, but like give him like the Stephon Diggs again. Give him that big guy.
that, and I think the future of Sean McDermott, as not that it's gonna be in doubt, but if another season like this happens,
At what point do you start questioning, can he
yeah,
do it?
it's like you brought up this the other day. Similarly, with the Steelers, it's like
It's
Tomlin.
yeah, that's exactly what I was
Yeah,
gonna go with it with Tomlin.
yeah,
It's the same question. We're not.
mhm,
It's not that Tomlin's a bad coach. It's just like we see there's kind of a limit to
yeah.
where he can go.
Is Harbaugh the same way for the Ravens, or is that
Harbaugh will be the same way because they
okay?
haven't done anything since that Super Bowl. They haven't been back.
That's true. I don't think anyone else, but is Zach Taylor someone also that you would consider in that
Yeah,
category?
Zach Taylor's definitely. Well, Zach
Okay.
Taylor's always kind of been seen as someone who's been saved by Joe Burrow. He's not
Mhm.
really as good as everyone says he is, so he's definitely somebody on that hot seat.
Okay. So, yeah, but all the guys we mentioned, they don't.
All guys that would instantly get jobs if they were fired. It's just that
They
where the
won't get
team
fired.
is, there needs to be some sort of change to try to get them over that.
Hmm. And will they get fired this offseason?
God no.
1%. No, 0.1% chance.
The only one that might get fired would be Zach Taylor.
Yeah. Other than that, McDermott's keeping his job.
Yeah. Dermot's keeping his job. Harbaugh's keeping his job.
Tomlin.
Tomlin, I think it would have already been done by now.
Yeah, all the things. So, but yeah, Chiefs, Eagles, Super Bowl. Early thoughts. We'll cover this game more in depth next week.
The black magic continues.
Would you like to reveal who you're rooting for?
Oh, it's the Chiefs all day. It's the Chiefs all day. Because as a Giants fan, I cannot live with myself watching Saquon Barkley have the season he did, go to a team I hate the most, and then win that game. That would make the season from hell even worse.
Damn.
Yeah, and by the way, I've been looking into the Chiefs a lot, and I think I might have figured out how we can win. We have to copy the Chiefs' method of having one of our players date a very popular singer. I think it's something we need to do. Like Travis Kelce's dating Taylor Swift, there's all this sort of black magic going on with the Chiefs. We need to rekindle that. I have a suggestion. Tommy DeVito. Slide in to Supreme Carpenter's DMs. Let's give it a shot, boys. And if not, Dexter Lawrence, Megan Maroney. That's the other person we got to target.
I do like the Carpenter idea. I'm a big fan of Carpenter for sure. Love her. Oh my god, her album is cool, man. I'm telling you, when I work. This is a little secret. I guess not a secret, but rather just something I don't reveal as often. When I work, so I work from home, remote job. So usually, I have music in the background or games in the background. I don't gonna lie, man. Sabrina Carpenter helps me lock the F in. Like I am locked in.
Yeah, I can't lock when I'm watching or listening to Sabrina Carpenter somewhere else.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. Her music does something for real. Like I love her music.
Oh, it does something. Next topic.
All right. No, not a bad idea.
No, it's not. Like if we get that, we become the NFL's darlings, and our things going our way.
That is true.
Plus, Sabrina Carpenter be at every single Giants game, rooting on her boy Tommy DeVito. Tommy Cutlets.
That he doesn't freaking play.
What if Tommy Cutlets become? Well, no, the Black Magic. Remember, Black Magic makes Tommy Cutlets a great quarterback.
Yeah, that
just saying, it's worth a shot. We got nothing to lose at this point.
Whatever it takes to win, my friend. I don't care how we do it. Well, what's the saying go? Doesn't matter how you do it.
Doesn't matter how you do it. Just get it done.
Let's get it done. Yeah.
Get her done. Tommy, come on. Like how? I don't even know if Sabrina Carpenter's dating anybody, but like.
Yeah, she broke off with the Barry guy, the one that was.
Oh, so she's available.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I kind of. No, I did not. Nah,
What's Tommy Cutlet's status looking like?
I don't think he's dating anyone either.
Oh my god, I might be doing.
Oh my! What do you do? Matchmaker or something?
Yes, I'm matchmaking. I want the
Oh,
Giants to win a Super Bowl.
hey, whatever it takes, my friend. Whatever it takes.
He's
All I'm
still
gonna
living in
say,
his parents' house. We're good. We're in
he's a,
this.
he's a family guy.
He's
He
a
loves his
family guy.
family. He loves his family. All I'm gonna say in terms of who I'm rooting for is, and we'll talk about it next week. I don't want a three-peat. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't say which team, though. It's context clues. Good, but
If you can't listen to the context clues, you might need to get tested.
and I promise I'll explain. Good point. And I promise I'll explain next week. But I just don't want a three-peat. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Shout out to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Great head coaching hire. And shout out to Pete Carroll for coming back. Like,
I'm shocked he came back. I didn't think
yeah,
he was coming back. I thought he was done.
sometimes
I'm
all
like,
you
he's
need,
gonna retire with the Seahawks and just be done.
sometimes all you need is a year off. So Carroll returns to the NFL. Was formerly the Seahawks head coach in 2023. Last time we saw him, took a break for a year, and he has now become the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders and joins new GM John Spytek. These two crossed paths before
What an
in
awesome last
2014.
name.
I know Spytek is really cool. They crossed paths in the Super Bowl in 2014. Spytek was working for Denver, and Carroll was working as the head coach for Seattle. Spytek was most recently the assistant GM in Tampa, so shout out to him for getting the GM job with Vegas, and hopefully he does a good job.
Oh,
But more,
it's not spelled like the way I wanted it to be spelled. Damn.
yeah, I just pronounce wise. I just made it easier to myself. I was like,
No, I know. I just thought it was like spy and then like TECH. I'm like, damn.
Oh, Spike Tech.
Spy Tech. That's a great last name. That'd be what everyone called me. My last name was Spy Tech. It's like, you're not gonna know my first name. I'm Spy Tech.
So what's your name? Spy Tech.
Spy
Not
Tech.
your first name.
Spy Tech.
Just call me Spy Tech. But Carroll inherits a Raiders team that is definitely going through a rebuild, but there's no better coach that can get him possibly back into the playoffs than him. Has had a lot of success in his head coaching career. And the Raiders do have a top 10 pick, so it'll be his choice, or it'll be under his input as to what the Raiders would do this offseason. Bright spots on this team, obviously Max Crosby on the defensive side of the ball. Jacoby Myers is a good player at the receiver position.
I love Jacoby Myers. I positioned the Giants to sign him so hard when he was a free agent. I'm like, it's not a sexy name, don't get me wrong, but if you want consistency, that's the guy you go get. He's a perfect wide receiver number 2.
He's a good, he's a solid receiver number 2. No doubt about that. And Brock Bowers, hell of a time. If I've, and you folks out there can correct me or criticize me for saying this, but I've never seen a rookie tight end perform the way
we haven't.
He has this year.
He broke records. He
broke
records.
I'm saying he was great. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal this year. And I do want to ask, Michael Mayer, what happened?
I think he just kind of got overshadowed by Bowers, and like his receiving game that he had in Notre Dame never translated to the NFL. So he's kind of become a blocking back, a blocking kind of tight end. That's kind of where his gameplay is gone. But I think if he got traded somewhere and got the opportunities, he could capture a little bit of what he had in Notre Dame.
Yeah, because I noticed, I was looking at the stats the other day. I was like, okay, Brock Bowers had a great year and everything. And I'm like, wait a minute. They had that other tight end. I was like, oh my God, it's a Notre Dame guy, Mayer. And like the stats are just.
Yeah, no, it's just he's more a physical guy right now. And then when Bowers comes in, it kind of just translate him completely over to being that style of a player.
Yeah, so. Otherwise,
what are you going to do?
Yeah, definitely does. But love the move for Carroll. I mean, it's going to be a good coach for them, I'm sure.
If there's anyone that can build him through a rebuild, it's them, because he oversaw the Seahawks rebuild. And he built, I know it's different, but like he did build USC. So he does kind of know like what to look for in a college player.
And he knows how to win. That's the most important, that he knows how to win.
And he'll demand respect in the locker room. It's like, oh, Pete Carroll's here. Like, it's, we're not bringing in Josh McDaniels, who hasn't done anything ever. It's, this is a guy that's won a Super Bowl and was, a bad play call away from winning us 2 Super Bowls in a row.
And officially, after his hire, the AFC West consists of old coaches: Andy Reid, Harbaugh,
Oh my God.
Sean Payton, Carroll.
Is that the best coach division?
Talk
in
about it,
football?
yeah. Talk
I'm
about
trying
it.
to think,
Yeah.
it's not the NFC East, not the AFC East. Wow, that might be the best coach division in all of football.
Man, AFC East didn't ask to be slandered today. God damn.
Actually, no, the AFC East is probably the closest competitor. It's just the Jets holding him down right now. You got Vrabel. Vrabel's
McDaniels
good.
isn't that great. McDaniels isn't that great.
He's all right.
Even Vrabel too.
I think Vrabel is a lot better than people give him credit for. He brought Ryan Tannehill to an AFC Championship game. He ended Brady's career in New England.
The NFC North would be the best competitor?
LaFleur, Campbell. Yeah, probably. Ben Johnson. Yeah. I mean, it's not the AFC West, but it's close.
In terms of what have you done for me lately? Yeah, I don't think there's anyone that can compete with the AFC West.
No, you got a dynasty in the AFC West.
Yeah, you gotta. All the Raiders need is a really promising quarterback, and that division is the best in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Raiders for years have gone through just so much turmoil. I have one of my best friends. He's a Raiders fan. We were having breakfast the other day. Shout out to Casey, as his name. Shout out to him, by the way. And he was like, as a Raiders fan, life sucks, or something like that. I'm just
as a Raiders fan, life sucks. Oh.
I'm like, why? And he's like, think about it, because with every year that passes by, a new quarterback always comes in the division and does really good. For example, right? So, I think this goes back to Denver. So when Denver got Peyton Manning, right? He was a thorn in the Raiders' side with Denver. Mm-hmm. Then Patrick Mahomes comes around. He dominates. Then comes Justin Herbert, right? And just when you think it's over, Bo Nix comes in. And it's like with every single year that those quarterbacks come in, the Raiders don't have anyone to combat any of them. Like they're always stuck with mediocre quarterback play, whether it's Derek Carr or Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew. Like they've never had a really, really, really good quarterback to combat the guys that they have to face in the division.
Yeah.
They're always like the little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you got a point. So the key for the Raiders this offseason, get you a quarterback. Like, maybe I don't want to go too far into it, but at number 8, I'm thinking Milroe. Like, he called me crazy.
That's such a reach.
Damn, you too? Shit, I'm tripping then, huh?
Yeah, Milroe's not good. That would get something fired. That would get Spire Tech fired.
But he has the tools.
He has the tools, but he doesn't look great.
Well,
he's a project.
So, like, second and
third rounder, probably where I put him. I think teams have learned from Anthony Richardson. Just because a guy looks like an NFL quarterback, you have to watch how he plays on the field. Anthony Richardson was not a good quarterback in college.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like Combine is just going to help his stock. That's the thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I think if a team reaches on Milroe, it's a mistake.
You think a team reaches more on Jackson Dart compared to Milroe?
I think it's more likely, but even then, if you're drafting Jackson Dart in the first round, you're a moron.
Even if it's late round?
Yeah, no. I would not put a first-round pick on Dart.
So you have no first-round grades on quarterbacks outside of Ward and Sanders.
And even then, I don't love them. I hate this quarterback class. I think it's the worst we've seen in a while. I think Ward can be good. I think Sanders in the right situation can be good. Outside of that, it's not much.
Funny how it's during a year that we need a quarterback.
It's the worst. It's legit the worst. That's why I'm like, win the game. Get Travis Hunter. Get a bridge guy.
So, is it safe to say your level of excitement if we got a quarterback wouldn't be as high as if we got versus if we got Hunter? To be honest,
Depends. It depends. If Hunter's on the board and we go quarterback, I think I'd be more disappointed. But if Hunter's not there, I'd be fine with like Shadeur Sanders or Cam Ward.
it's like because you're getting one of the 3 best players in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, we'll talk about this later. There's a mock draft that I want to get your thoughts on, and we'll make our own mock draft.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's that. I'm still trying to kind of plan out our goal because we won't talk about the Super Bowl till next week. So this is kind of a fun week for us. But this is a mock draft I found that I want to get your thoughts on later on in the show. But shouts to the Raiders, man. Good head coaching.
Yeah, no, they did an outside the box hire, and I think it's going to work out for them pretty well. And then Brady's really influencing that organization. Like Brady,
That's right.
I think Brady's going to be the majority owner of that Raiders one day.
Yes.
Or at least the guy making football decisions. And Mark Davis might just become like the figurehead.
When Spytek and Carroll were at the press conference, and I was smiling because I'm excited to get to the next coaching hire on the agenda. But they both said that Brady played a role in them coming to Vegas. And shout out to him on his side.
Which is why Brady just shouldn't be doing commentating. Just own the Raiders.
I know. Just focus on one job. I will say
he was fine, but he wasn't great.
Yes, he's becoming a very likable person, though. Ever since he stopped playing, I will say that. I
think the Chiefs being so unlikable helps a lot
because
like, I know the Patriots were winning a lot, but it was just football with them.
They were dominant.
They were dominant, and like they had like Gronk on a boat every now and then, like doing kind of funny stuff. But it was just like, oh, that's just Gronk being funny. Everybody else is serious. Where like the Chiefs are like so unlikable because like you have Brittany Mahomes, Jackson Mahomes, Taylor Swift, like the people that surround the Chiefs are unlikable. Whereas the people that surrounded the Patriots, you'd never heard of. You just heard the guys on the field.
Mm-hmm. And for the Patriots, they had, not to say the Chiefs didn't have ballers, but the Patriots have ballers that were just focused on just winning.
It was just like football, and like we want to win a Super Bowl. Whereas like it's Brittany Mahomes making stupid TikToks with Jackson or Taylor Swift being showed every 25 seconds. Like, dude, we just want to watch football. And the Patriots just let us watch football. They might have been insufferable and the fans might have sucked, but we just want to watch football.
And the last team to defeat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. And Tom Brady. Shout out to them. The Patriots fans, you're back.
Yeah. Tom Brady fans, you're the last ones to defeat Mahomes, man.
Yeah.
So.
I get Patriots fans rooting for the Eagles 100% in the Super Bowl. That makes total sense.
It does. Oh yeah.
Because my buddy's a diehard Patriots fan. He goes, if the Chiefs win, Brady's legacy is no longer questionably number one. Like, yeah, no, you're right.
100%. But shout out to Brady. Hell of an honor so far. We'll see what he does in the draft.
Yep.
So, holy shit! When I saw this news on the last week, I was like, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
So the NFC East consists of Nick Sirianni, who was he's had his ups and downs this year as a head coach.
So unlikable.
I know, but they made the Super Bowl.
I know, but he's unlikable.
I know. Dan Quinn, hello coach. Brian Dable. Looks like he's getting a little fatter.
Good. He's better when he's
fat. With all due respect. Yes.
Like, the more weight he's lost, the worse of a coach he's become.
That is true.
I'm not saying be unhealthy. I'm just saying, like,
maybe he's happy.
Maybe a little chubby.
Yeah. And I love Dabes. Always will love Dable. Always will. And then you have Brian Schottenheimer. You gotta be kidding me, bro. What am I?
I'd rather just have Mike McCarthy at that point.
Okay, so one of my other best friends, who's getting married this year. Shout out to you, Mateo. Love you, man. Thank you for the invite to the wedding. Very excited for that.
There you go.
I don't go to weddings often, if at all. So getting invited to a wedding
Weddings are
is,
fun.
yeah,
Weddings are fun.
I am
Eat,
about to
drink,
experience that.
great.
Yes, I'm super excited. He's a Cowboys fan. I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, "You're not happy, are you?"
But like,
He's
are you gonna
like,
jump off a bridge yet, or?
"Yeah." And here's the thing: like, he's always been a Cowboys fan his whole life, and he's just like, "All right, well, I'm still not gonna watch him." I'm like, "Well, yeah, but like, it's a new head coach. I never heard of him." I'm like, You know what? I haven't either. And for those of you who are listening to this episode at this point in time, I'll be honest with you. I
You'll
barely
know
know
his
him.
dad.
Yes,
If I'm
Marty
not wrong,
Schottenheimer.
I know his dad,
Yes, Marty Schottenheimer
Marty
is
Schottenheimer. Yep.
obviously a notable name, but Brian Schottenheimer, you mean the guy who was hired as a consultant for this offense in 2022 and was the OC the past couple of years? Sure, you may have heard of him if you're a diehard Cowboys fan. For the rest of us, we're like,
He was
sure.
the Jets OC under Rex Ryan. Oof.
In short, he hasn't done anything. And for him to be hired by the Cowboys is a clear move that Jerry Jones wants a puppet still. Mike McCarthy was his
Oh,
puppet.
it's Jason Garrett 2.0.
Yeah. Jones is controlling everything. And he just wants a guy that was like, yes, sir. And Schottenheimer is a guy that will be like, yes, sir. I'll do anything for whatever you say, sir. Like it's a clear move by them.
Like
Now,
at this point, I think Cowboys fans be happier if Jerry Jones just strapped on a headset and went out there.
yeah.
Like, let's go, boys.
So,
This would be entertaining.
I don't know. But regardless, the hiring of Schottenheimer, according to Jerry Jones, he felt it was time for a change, and that led to Mike McCarthy being fired. Schottenheimer has interviewed for or with 6 other teams over the past 3 years. This is a 4-year deal. And after interviewing,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
How is it a change when you hire the offensive coordinator on the same staff? It's the same staff. It's not a change.
Well, Jerry, change.
Fair.
Change. Mediocrity, make the playoffs, choke in the playoffs. Same old stuff.
The Cowboys are different this year. No, they're not.
Grandpa, they're not even close. Not even close. Let's go.
The days of Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson are long
gone, sir. Long gone. But yeah, so it's a 4-year deal. Apparently, relationships with the Jones family and also with the players led to the hiring of Schottenheimer. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm so confused that you got to be kidding me.
Dallas is just a mess. It's run by Jerry Jones, who has no idea what he's doing anymore. No. He's just on an ego trip. It's bad.
And they had plenty of opportunities to get a better head coach. They didn't have to wait till this past week. They could have gotten
It's the Dallas Cowboys. It's the most famous team in the NFL. Anyone would love to go coach for the Dallas Cowboys.
But they just waited too long.
They could get anyone they wanted.
Yeah, they could have got Vrabel, but they waited too long.
They could have got 100% got Vrabel. Could have gotten Belichick. Could have got him. They could have gotten any coach they wanted.
If they
because it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, but if Jerry Jones just wasn't so freaking in his own ways.
If Jerry Jones wasn't so hands-on, the Cowboys could succeed.
Exactly. But what are you gonna do?
I'm just happy they're our division.
Yeah.
They'll still beat us twice a year because we suck, but
yeah. That is true. No matter who the head coach is, they're always No, well, you know what? Maybe because Schottenheimer's better, we might have a shot this year or next year.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know. Any given Sunday.
I guess.
God, our home schedule looks so bad.
Oh my God, yeah, it's gonna be a horrific year.
Oh boy, I hope you go to maybe just one game next year.
Yeah, I'll probably get 2.
The closest game I can go to is Vegas.
That'd be a fun trip
if we win.
No, it'd still be a fun trip. I would have fun.
We're 2 different people. I would say I'm and that's no knock against.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm just. I don't know. I've never been a big outland. I'm not. How do I describe this? I'm not a big crazy out guy from a party. I really don't know.
You're not staying out till 4 in the morning like it's nothing.
Yeah. I stay up at 2, 3 a.m. playing NCAA. So,
Right. Yeah.
speaking of the Giants, though, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I ever wanted a player this bad since Saquon Barkley. Please, for the love of God. If
Wow.
he is on the board, get Shadeur mother flipping Sanders, please. That's all I want. His handshake with Dable, dude. I was like, that's my dog.
I mean, yeah, I just don't think he'll be on the board is the problem. That's the only thing. I just don't think he'll be there. Because I think the Raiders might trade up.
If Tennessee, okay, here's my pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, buddy, listen. You got a new GM. Can't say his name. Don't know how to say it. But you got a new GM. Your Chad Brinker, your president of football operations, who apparently is running things behind the scenes, even though you have a GM. He's the president of football ops, and he's the one operating things instead of the GM talking. Anyways, Chad, you said you're not going to pass up on a generational player. Trust me, Travis Hunter is a very, very definition of generational player. Okay. Cleveland. Look, man, Deshaun Watson, he's under a contract. Jameis Winston wasn't that bad. I know you're tanking. I know you were tanking this past year, which is evident by you starting DTR for like 3 weeks, who's completely garbage. I'm so sorry. He's so bad. Listen, Cam Ward's right there. He's nonchalant. He's really, really good quarterback. They were like a win away from going to the ACC championship. Come on. Cam Ward is really good. Get him, all right? There's no need to trade. Don't let the Raiders let them figure it out. They could have tanked too, but they didn't. Okay, so don't give them the opportunity. Okay, which leads to the Giants getting Shadeur Sanders. That is my pitch. Thank you. No, but in all seriousness, for the love of God, if he's right there, you got to get him. And I'm sure the Giants will. They love him.
No, they do love him. That you cannot deny. It's Shane's scouted him twice. Dable scouted him now. They're all at pro days. They are in love with Shadeur Sanders.
Yeah.
They said he was gonna. If he went out last year, they were gonna draft him in the second round.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah! And I would have been like, hell yeah.
I probably would have been on board with that. But like, hey, that's not a bad pick. You get the weapon in the first, and you get the quarterback in the second. That works.
I would move it if that happened.
Bring them in together, like it works out perfectly.
Yeah. They're at the Shrine Bowl this year together. They met up a few times, and I mentioned the handshake. That was cool to see as well. But overall, man, he will save us. I will always. And will I be disappointed if we get Cam Ward? No, of course not. I just want a freaking quarterback. But I will be the happiest Giants fan in the freaking world if we get Shadeur Sanders. My rankings, and because we're gonna get a pick of the litter. So my in terms of from order from most want to least want, it's Hunter. It's Sanders. Yeah, it's Sanders, Ward, and Hunter. And I hate putting Hunter at the last spot. But it's like we don't really need him. Well, we could use him, but we don't really need him. Like he's not the most important position that we need.
Right, yeah.
So Joe Shane has been criticized a lot, and I swear if I see one more clip of his son, you should draft Jaden.
It's so stupid. He couldn't trade up. He tried. He couldn't.
I'm literally gonna lose my shit. And again, excuse my language. If I see that clip again, it's so the amount of uneducated NFL fans is beyond me.
It's taken out of context because you literally see Joe Shane walk to the Patriots locker room in that episode.
It's crazy.
Try to trade with him.
If I see that, I should post that Patriots clip. Just be like,
yes. Let's find the Patriots clip and post that.
See moments like this, the clip with the son, just makes me wish we were never out. Hard Knocks was just it was fun to watch, but not everything.
It gave us great content during the summer, but we could have just talked about anything else.
We could have talked about something. We talked about the Mets, in the summer.
Oh my god, yeah, we could have done hours of the Mets.
Man. I know you'd have loved that for sure.
Oh my god, yeah, what are you talking about? If you don't think we're talking about the Mets this summer with Juan Soto, you got a different thing coming. Juan Soto will lead off every show.
Oh, damn right. Yeah. Juan Soto goes 3 for 4.
Juan Soto goes 3 for 4. Yeah.
um, but yeah, so yeah. East West Shrine Bowl's going on. The Senior Bowl's coming up as well. Colorado players are.
Senior Bowl's what? This weekend?
I believe so. I think. I will say that there's one late mid-round quarterback prospect that I'm looking at. It's Kyle McCord for Syracuse.
Yeah,
Giants
he's
have
not
had
terrible. He had a bad rap at Ohio State because he couldn't beat Michigan, but he would have beat Michigan this year. Ohio State probably still wins a national championship game with McCord at quarterback.
Will Howard, huh? Crazy.
Will Howard.
Will
And
Howard.
nothing against Will Howard. He's just not great.
I think the national championship had 2 very mid quarterbacks.
Oh, it did. I will admit that right now. I said this 1,000 times. Riley Leonard cannot throw a football.
And the Giants select Riley Leonard. I'm gonna be like, fudge. And
It depends
like,
on what round. If we draft him in like the 5th round, cool. If we draft him at 3rd, I'm going to jump off my roof.
He loved the Irish, but not that much.
To an extent, I would like the Giants to make smart football moves here.
Speaking of Notre Dame, actually, there was a mock draft that came out. So it's by FanSided. At number 3, we get Cam Ward. And so at round 1, pick 3, we get Cam Ward. Okay. Number 2, round 2, you'll like this one.
Is it Watts?
Benjamin Morrison.
In round 2? I would love Benjamin Morrison in round 2. Right. I thought he was going to go round 1.
No, well, apparently they have us taking him in round 2.
I mean, I guess if the hip injury is as bad as they say it is, yeah. I'd still take him. Take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, him with the Deontay Banks on opposite sides.
I watched Ben Morrison for 4 years. Good player.
Good corner. I know him more for his 93 overall Ultimate Team card.
I wish he was in that national championship game. I think some things would have gone differently. Like Christian Gray would not have been on Smith on that last play. But
Gray's a good corner, right? But just
Gray's a good corner. He just gets picked on. Like he'll just have bad games and go through bad stretches. Like watch his USC game. He's terrible in it, but he has a 100-yard interception.
Yeah, he has his moments. And he's going back next year.
And he's a good corner. I don't want to take away from him. He's just young and raw and needs to develop a little bit more. I'm not putting him on Smith in the national championship game. I want Morrison on him.
Who Smith cooked the Who Jeremiah Smith. Yeah. That play sealed it. And then round 3, Cam Scatterville.
You tackle?
Oh no, the running back from Arizona State.
Oh my God. Yo, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I take that.
The headline was, "This draft will make Giants fans forget about Saquon Barkley." I'm like,
I mean, I kind of already did. Like,
yeah,
I moved on to Tyron Tracy. I think he's the running back number 1. I'm just upset that Saquon. If Saquon was a Texan and the Texans were in the Super Bowl, I'd be like, yo, go Saquon, go get your ring, buddy.
Oh man, he was so close to going to Houston too, but Philly.
No, that's legit what it is. Like, the hatred we have from Saquon comes from more the fact that he went from the Eagles and not that he left us. I said 1,000 times, if you went to the Bears or the Texans, no Giant fan would care.
No.
Like, hey, good for him, dude. Look what happens when you finally, build a team around him. Like, exactly. There might be some annoyance that he looks this good, not on the Giants, but I think that reflected more on how we built the team rather than us just purely hating the Eagles.
Yeah. But, fortunately, he went to a rival team, and now he's in the Super Bowl. So, hallelujah.
So now we hate you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm
not going to get booed. Well, then you're an idiot.
Well, it's like, yeah, you got booed, all right. What do you do?
Everyone was like, I can't believe Giants fans are booing. I'm like, do none of you know anything?
It's like, he went to the Eagles. Like, come on, make it make sense. Come on, yeah. Think a little bit. Well, the boos didn't really do anything.
Oh, it didn't affect him. He was fine.
And he was like, all right, revenge game.
All right.
And he's gone.
Where's Saquon? In the end zone. Great.
Nice. We're stuck with facing him for years to come.
Yep.
But yeah, not a bad mock draft by FanSided.
No, I love that by FanSided. Shout out to them. I would sign up for that right now.
We'll do a mock draft for our own. So I think our plan Thursday is to give our predictions for the awards. So the candidates for the awards this year came out for the NFL, so we'll talk about that on Thursday. Yeah, we'll do a mock draft. Let's do a mock draft on Thursday. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
cool.
Screw
do
it. You know, the Super Bowl. I don't want to touch that until next week. Maybe the ways we can fix the Pro Bowl. That could be a topic as well for Thursday. But yeah, we'll discuss more when we get to that day. But other than that, we covered all the bases for today's show. Yeah, Chiefs Eagles. Congrats to you both making the Super Bowl. Will we be watching? Probably. Do we like it? No.
I already had my friend told me he's not watching. Granted, he's gonna work in the hospital that night, but he's like, I'm not gonna watch.
Oh yeah, he has better things to do.
Yeah.
Important things to do.
He's
Shout
like I
him, by
wouldn't be
the way.
watching anyway because I have to work and stuff. But like I would like sneak into break rooms and stuff, and, like watch a little bit of the game on the TV. He's like, now I'm not even gonna do that.
Is he a nurse?
No, I forgot exactly what he is. He's the guy that like moves people around the hospital, trying to work his way up.
Hey, shout out to him.
Yeah, he's a great.
Oh yeah, shout out to him.
He worked 16 hours last night. He worked from 7 a.m. to 11:30 last night, and he went back in at 7 a.m. this morning. So shout out to him, bro.
Props to him, man.
That guy works.
Them, all the nurses, people in the medical field, man. Props to y'all. Y'all put a lot of hours in. No joke. So shout out to you guys for real. But yeah, I mean, are you a big Kendrick fan?
Not really.
No. Okay. No. Thought I should ask because he has performed the halftime show. So
yeah, like I never, like I like rap and hip hop like that, but like I never got into it at that level.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Like I like the hits and stuff. But nothing.
I feel it. Yeah. I have nothing wrong with that. I'm not a big rap person at all either. It's more of a top 50 guy. I mean, which is
I like country, punk, 80s rock, nostalgia music, kind of stuff like that. Is where I go with.
Did they put like a country singer at the halftime? Oh, did they?
No, they mostly go for the Dallas halftime show. It's when you'll see the country singer come out. They had Luke Combs a few years ago. I forgot what they had. This year they didn't have one.
Beyonce?
No, they did actually. Was it Megan Moraney this year?
That was Beyonce.
Maybe it was Beyonce. Well, they had Shabuzi do Detroit.
They sang Texas.
Oh yeah, well they had Shabuzi do Detroit, which is kind of a blend of hip hop and country. So I like them.
They had the Angelo 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm a swerve in the corner. Whoa. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why they chose him for the halftime performance, but I digress. That'll do it. You can follow us on social media. Brian at Brian PG1016. You can follow me at Nathan_Nguyen24. And you can follow our podcast page at 3010 Pod on Instagram, X, and TikTok, which is still going. Still working.
For some people.
If you download the app and you still have it, great. If you deleted the app, it's always going online. Yep, I like to say.
Yeah, Safari. No, I stopped doing it.
Yeah, we'll obviously post our clips on there.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
That's all we can do. So, for Brian, I am Nate. Thank you guys so much again for your support, and that'll do it for season 2, episode 57. We'll see you guys on Thursday. We hope you guys have a good one, and yeah, until then, peace.